Really very excited, and it would have not been possible without my colleagues, Dr. Ritu Sharma, Dr. Kanisha Malik, and obviously Deepika ma'am from Sophia College.
We are finally doing this student faculty exchange program. So not taking much time, so I would like to introduce the speaker for today's exchange program. So we have Mrs. Gitika Yadav, faculty, Department of Sociology, Sophia Girls College. I would now like to invite Gitika to deliver the lecture on the topic gender and stratification. Welcome.
I would like to distinguish between sex and gender. As we all know, that sex is a biological term and gender is a social term. Okay, sex means biological differences between male and female. And when we talk about gender, these are the roles, the constructed roles in society. And then we label as male and female, masculine and feminine. Often these two terms, gender stratification and inequality, these are used interchangeably. Most of the research in this area, we can say it focuses on the differences between men and women, their lives, their circumstances. What is stratification exactly? Stratification, kahan se aaya ye word? The word's origin is from geology. It means literally, अगर हम इसकी बात करें, stratification क्या है? It refers to stratas, different stratas of society, different layers of society. And it also refers to the social ranking, where men typically inhabit higher statuses than women. Gender stratification refers to the inequalities between women and men regarding wealth, regarding power, regarding all other privileges. So this is about gender stratification, and as I said, gender stratification and gender inequality, both these terms are used interchangeably. For many years, we can see jitne bhi research mein hai stratification pe, it was actually gender blind. It was written as if women was not existing only. Okay, and why it was there? For purpose of analyzing divisions of power, prestige, wealth, and here we can see women were insignificant, unimportant. One of the main problems in modern society is how can we understand gender inequalities in class contexts, in class divisions. Okay. As we can see, paid work of women is relatively insignificant, unimportant as compared to that of men. So this is one of our sociologist Goldthorpe's view. Another important concept is gender socialization and gender learning. When we talk about gender stratification, they too play a very important role. Agencies of socialization, they play a very important role, significant role in how we as children also learn gender roles. This is done very unconsciously. Before a child can accurately label his or herself as girl or boy, they already receive range of pre-verbal and visual clues, like related to some of the dresses, like girls ko frock hi pehni hai, boys they have to wear shirt and pants. So dresses, regarding hairstyle, and they develop a partial sense of what gender is. इनिशियल ईयर्स में ही उसको थोड़ा बहुत जो बच्चे को है एक आइडिया हो जाता है कि जेंडर एग्जैक्टली है क्या. Even toys, picture books, television, they all tend to emphasize these differences. Challenges to gender socialization is really powerful, and it can be upsetting too. As once gender is assigned, society expects individuals to act like that, to act like females and males. And this, in our everyday life practice, all these are getting fulfilled. Now I'll be discussing about various sociologists, scholars, their views on gender-based stratification. So let's start with Naila Kabir. She's from Bangladesh, and now presently we can say in UK. She's of the view that biology is gendered as well as sexed. She also explained this in terms of masculinity and femininity. There's a spelling mistake here. Masculinity and femininity में नायला कबीर जो है इनका opinion काफी important है. Another important scholar is Karuna Ahmed. She has given 4 trends in covering employment. Clustering of women in few occupations like pink collarized, for example, a job of a receptionist, a job of a healthcare worker, we can say, a job of an educationalist, teacher. Clustering either in low status occupation, like in lower ranks of prestigious professions, like for example, we can say of bank managers. Women receive low salaries also than men. High proportion of highly educated and professionally trained unemployed women we can see today in our society. So this was about Karuna Ahmed's viewpoint. She continues and say, like, in matrilineal societies like Khasis, this is a northeastern tribe, and even Pygmy, this is an African tribe, they are often cited to rebut the idea that women in all societies are discriminated. We can say हम हर जगह ही जो ये discrimination पाएंगे, देखने को हमें मिलेगा. In recent writings have shown that even among matrilineal societies, this is important. Decision making often resides with the male head, the brother instead of husband here. Another anthropologist, when we talk about Robin Fox, is of the opinion that patriarchy is universal. हर जगह हमें ये देखने को मिलेगा. Famous scholar Plato, he placed reproductive role of women higher than their productive roles. Reproductive role is above all important, according to Plato. And talking about Aristotle, he was totally against citizenship for women. As you can see, these are some sociological perspective on gender roles. There are many: functional theory, conflict theory, symbolic interactionism theory, feminist theory. My major focus today would be on feminist theory. And in feminist sociological theory also, we can say this feminist sociological theory, it links gender, race, class. There are other feminist perspectives also in family, and there are various branches. अब वो branches कौन सी है, major focus उसी पे करेंगे. First is liberal feminism, जिसे egalitarian feminism भी कहते हैं, mainstream feminism भी कहते हैं. Second जो है हमारा वो है Marxist या socialist feminism. तीसरा जो है that is radical feminism. Then comes the multicultural and global feminism, and last is the ecofeminism. So talking about the liberal feminism, see, this is also known as egalitarian or mainstream feminism. It is considered, इसको माना जाता है ये most moderate branch है, ठीक है. और एक simple proposition पे based है कि that all people are created equal and they should not be denied equality of opportunity just because of gender. Because both genders benefit by elimination of sexism, men are integrated into ranks. Okay, liberal feminism is also based on enlightenment beliefs like rationality, education, natural rights that extend to all men and women. And this is articulated in John Stuart Mill, The Subjection of Women, with its statement that what is now called the nature of women is eminently an artificial thing. It is the result of forced oppression in some directions, unnatural stimulation in others. Okay. Then we also, besides liberal feminist, we also have cultural feminist. Liberal feminist may also embrace cultural feminism with its focus on empowering women by emphasizing the positive qualities. एक women की क्या हम सबसे खूबी एक जो है हमें देखी जाती है, जो एक शब्द में हम women का nature बयां कर सकते हैं, that is her caring, her nurturing. Okay, and so these cultural feminists, they focus on empowering women by emphasizing on her positive qualities like nurturing, caring, cooperation, connectedness to others. The issue of how much women are alike and how much they are different is highlighted in this emphasis. Although it does not constitute a separate branch of feminism, we can say, but then yes, we can talk about it when we talk about liberal feminism or egalitarian feminism, or we say the mainstream feminism. Okay, they also are of the view that whole culture is like this. Both are the victims. Both kaun hai, both men and female, they are the victims. Then we talk about the third perspective of feminist branch, and that is the socialist feminism, or we can say the Marxist feminism. Okay, so this socialist feminism generally adopts the Marx Engels model. Okay, and this links the inferior position of women to class-based capitalism and its alignment with the patriarchal family in capitalistic societies. Socialist feminism argues that sexism और capitalism जो है दोनों ही mutually supportive है. ठीक है, economic और emotional dependency जो है वो it goes hand in hand. Unpaid labor of women at home and their paid labor in reserve serves patriarchy. It helps capitalism. And therefore, the capitalism should be eliminated. It should be removed. Okay. Both from capitalism needs to be eliminated and socialistic principles should be adopted where home pe bhi and workplace pe bhi. Sexism and economic oppression are mutually reinforcing. So a socialistic revolutionary agenda is needed to change both. Okay. Socialist feminism appeals to working class women and those who feel disenfranchised from the presumed economic opportunities in capitalism. Okay, so this was about Marxist theory of Marxist socialist feminist theory. Next, we talk about radical feminism. They see society as patriarchal, they blame men for exploitation of women. It emerged when women who were working with men in the civil rights and anti-Vietnam War movements were insulted, they were ridiculed for their views, so they became aware of this oppression. By this treatment they received. Contemporary radical feminists believe sexism is at core of patriarchy and all social institutions reflect that sexism. They also agree with alternative path for women, और ये alternative path for women की हमने बात करी थी, and that is cultural feminism. Liberal focus, so हम यहाँ एक concluding कह सकते हैं कि liberals जो हैं they focus on workplace, radicals focus on patriarchy as the key site of domination. Women's oppression stems from male domination. So if men are the problem, neither capitalism, nor socialism, nor any other male-dominated system will solve this problem. Okay, it's all about male domination. तो हम किसी system को blame नहीं कर सकते यहाँ पे. Women must create separate institutions that are women-centered. So this was we can say contemporary radical feminist का belief था ये कि सेक्सिज्म जो है कोर पे है पेट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी का और जितने भी हमारे सोशल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं वो रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहे हैं किसको सेक्सिज्म को. Radical feminists would also agree with the cultural feminism, and as I said, this cultural feminism एक alternative path है for women to be different than men. A society will emerge where the female virtues of nurturance, sharing, intuition will dominate in a women identified. Now I'll be quoting and I will be describing some feminists and their works, their ideas, and related to gender-based stratification. So first among them is Shulamit Firestone. She's a famous feminist American-Canadian writer and talks about origin of gender stratification and biological differences. She really wanted to abolish pregnancy. She announced pregnancy as barbaric in nature and identified women's childbearing role as a source of female oppression. She wanted biological reproduction to be replaced with ectogenesis. And what is ectogenesis? It is the development of women artificial wombs. Then next we have is Michelle Rosaldo. She's a social linguistic psychological anthropologist famous for her study of people in Philippines. And she says that it is division between public and private world which is the reason for subordination to men. She also argued where women and men share domestic lives, those societies are relatively egalitarian. जहाँ पे दोनों सेम जो है हम कहें डोमेस्टिक लाइफ शेयर कर रहे हैं वहां हम थोड़ी सी मान सकते हैं दैट्स एन egalitarian society. Then let's talk about Judith Butler. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next we talk about Judith Butler, and Judith Butler, he says gender is an impersonation. क्या है impersonation? That becoming gendered, impersonating an ideal that nobody actually inhabits. किसी का नहीं है ये जो gender का जो है ये राय जो है ये जो belief जो है हमारे में से किसी का भी नहीं है. Gender is a kind of imitation. We are actually copying it. ये किसी का भी ओरिजिनल आइडिया नहीं है. ठीक है हमें तो ये सीखा हुआ व्यवहार है हमने सीखा है इसे समाज से इसको जो है लिया है एक तरह से. Our sexuality is shaped by our culture in which we live in. So this is Judith Butler's viewpoint, and he also talks about gender identity. As you can see here, gender acts जो है हमारे कैसे हमारे dress, gestures, हमारा behavior, societal taboos ये सब जो है influence करते हैं हमारे act को, gender acts को. So according to Judith Butler, it is not a part of person's essence, but the product of his actions and behaviors. ठीक है repeated performing of these combined with societal taboos that produce masculine feminine identity. ये सारी चीजें जो है हमारे actions हमारे behavior इनको हम repeat करते रहते हैं रोज रोज और प्लस हमारे को सोसाइटी ने कुछ do's and don'ts भी बताए हैं कुछ taboos भी दे रखे हैं restrictions भी हैं कैसे हमें behave करना है यही हमें जो है हमारे masculine और feminine identity हमें दे रहे हैं. Next we talk about Sylvia Bowlby, and she gives a very famous concept of patriarchy and says that concept of patriarchy is indispensable for an analysis of gender inequality. हमें उसकी बात करनी ही पड़ेगी जब हम बात कर रहे हैं gender inequality की. और इन्होंने बताया है patriarchy is a system of social structures and practices in which men dominate, oppress and exploit women through किस तरह से 6 criteria दिए हैं, 6 चीजें बताई हैं जिसके थ्रू men जो है women को exploit करते हैं, oppress करते हैं, dominate करते हैं. और वो 6 areas कौन से हैं? सिल्विया गॉल्बी की. Those 6 areas are, as you can see, paid work, the family household, the state, male violence, cultural institutions, attitudes to sexuality. So this is given by Sylvia Walby. Then we talk about global feminism. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि feminism has many branches. So we are talking about global feminism. Global feminism क्या है? It is multicultural and it is also known as multicultural feminism, global feminism को कह सकते हैं. So attention to diversity issues at the macro level is evident among feminists who organize around multicultural and global issues. This feminist branch focuses on the intersection of gender. किसका? Gender का intersection with race, class and issues related to colonization and exploitation of women in developing world. Global feminism is a movement of people working for change across national boundaries. The world is interdependent and becoming more and more interdependent. Global feminism contends that no woman is free until the conditions that oppress women worldwide are eliminated. This is very, very important. क्या है इसका मतलब कि हम नहीं मानेंगे, कोई भी औरत को हम women को free नहीं मानेंगे जब तक ये जो oppressing conditions है women की वो worldwide जो है eliminate ना हो जाए. This was one view. Multicultural feminism, it also focuses on the specific cultural elements and historical conditions also that serve to maintain women's oppression. For instance, we can say in Latin America, military regimes have devised specific patterns of punishment and sexual enslavement for women who oppose their regimes. Global feminism works to empower South Asian, Middle Eastern women who are restricted from schooling, who are restricted from healthcare and paid employment simply because they are women. So in efforts to empower women, they do not support the idea of cultural relativism. In efforts to empower women, they do not support the idea of cultural relativism when it violates a woman's human rights, such as restricting a girl's access to education on religious grounds. The women who came together for the United Nations Conferences on Women are representative of this viewpoint of global feminism, or we can also call it multicultural feminism. Next, we talk about this ecofeminism. This is a new branch, okay? And some women are drawn into feminism by environmental activism. These women are the catalyst of ecofeminism, a newer branch of feminism. Ecofeminism connects the degradation and the oppression of women with degradation of ecosystem. Drawing on earth-based spiritual imagery, ecofeminism suggests that world religions have an ethical responsibility to challenge a patriarchal system of corporate globalization that is deepening the impoverishment of the earth and its people. The planet can be healed and ecological harmony restored through political action, which emphasizes the principle of equality of all the species. So ecofeminism is actually basically talking about what? It is talking about the principle of equality of all species. Okay? And this ecofeminism, अगर हम इसको holistic viewpoint से देखें, so it also emphasizes on interdependence in all its forms. Ecofeminism is particularly compatible with global feminism. Global feminism से बिल्कुल ही compatible है, और जैसा कि मैंने बताया आपको, it connects the degradation and oppression of women with the degradation of ecosystem. Women का ecosystem से जो है connect किया degradation और oppression को. ठीक है. Then, what are some important steps taken to do away with the gender bias? हम देखेंगे, as you all know, there are various company acts, social movements like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, reservation in panchayats, maternity leaves, benefits, Manrega, self-help group, Stand Up India, gender budgeting, and all these are different, we can say, steps which are there to do away the gender bias, or we can say to remove this kind of gender-based stratification. Now, before concluding with my minor research project study, I would also like to talk about some few concepts, some key ideas which are also related to, we can say, gender-based stratification. Okay, so one famous concept is also given by Raven Connell, and she defines hegemonic masculinity. Okay, this is a famous concept given by Raven Connell, hegemonic masculinity, and she says that it is beyond the appearance. हमारे appearance से beyond है masculinity, we can say, and all men share some kind of patriarchal divisions because they are men. और अगर हम देखें, हम किसी भी एग्जाम्पल हम ले लें, किसी भी फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक्शन मूवी का हम ले लें, मेस्कुलिनिटी की अगर हम बात करें, पेरेंट्स की हम बात करें, तो आप देखो हीरो को जो है हम कैसे एसोसिएट करेंगे, शुड बी मेस्कुलिनिटी को कैसे एसोसिएट करेंगे, शुड बी टॉल विद ब्रॉड शोल्डर्स, heterosexual, and when we talk about females, फेमिनिटी पे आते हैं तो हम उसको किससे एसोसिएट करते हैं, केयरिंग बिहेवियर, ठीक है. सो वी कैन से फेमिनिटी इज एसोसिएटेड विद केयरिंग बिहेवियर, नर्चरिंग बिहेवियर. एंड जब हम बात करते हैं मेस्कुलिनिटी, तो मेस्कुलिनिटी जो है इट इज एक्चुअली डीलिंग विद बिल्डिंग थिंग्स, कंस्ट्रक्टिंग थिंग्स. जैसा कि हमने बात की थी जेंडर सोशलाइजेशन की, जेंडर लर्निंग की, तो सेम वे एंटीसिपेटरी सोशलाइजेशन जो है वो भी जो है रीइंफोर्स करता है इस तरह के सोसाइटल अजम्पशंस को, जो कि किससे रिलेटेड है, जेंडर बेस्ड स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन से रिलेटेड है. जैसे कि मेन जो है वो तो ब्रेड विनर्स हैं, विमेन जो है वो दे आर एक्चुअली केयर टेकर्स, होम मेकर्स, वी कैन से. ओके, बिकॉज लिटिल गर्ल्स ओनली, इफ यू कैन सी, दे आर एनकरेज्ड स्टार्टिंग से ही कि आपको घर का काम करना है, आपको केयर करनी है, देखभाल करनी है, हाउ टू वॉक इन एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम, मैंने कहा ना, बहुत ही अर्ली चाइल्डहुड एज से ही जो है हमें इस तरह की ट्रेनिंग जो है दी जाती है. Okay, and even young boys also, they are often shamed, we can say, किस लिए, for liking toys which are considered feminine in nature. तो ये stereotypical है एकदम. So hegemony का concept मैं एक बार बताना चाह रही थी, इसलिए hegemonic masculinity का, Raven Connell का, वो अभी हमने बात करी. So we can say gender stratification, it affects the distribution of society, it affects the distribution of wealth, power, privilege across genders, in every sense. So this was about hegemonic masculinity concept. And if we talk about media, the role of media का भी एक बहुत important role है कि मीडिया जो है हमें वैल्यूज जो है, मैसेजेस जो है वो कन्वे करती है, एनकरेज करते हैं. जैसे फीमेल्स जो है, लाइक अ विमेन शुड बी ब्यूटीफुल, ठीक है, वन हैज टू बी डिजायरेबल टू मेन, ब्यूटीफुल, है ना, वैल्यूज मस्ट हैव ऑल द वैल्यूज. सो दीज आर, एक तरह से इनको हम एक टर्म दिया है रेवन कर्नल ने, दीज आर एम्फेसाइज्ड फेमिनिटीज, ठीक है, एंड दिस इज जस्ट द फ्लिप साइड ऑफ हेजेमोनिक मैस्कुलिनिटी, ठीक है. तो दिस वाज द कांसेप्ट ऑफ एम्फेसाइज्ड फेमिनिटीज व्हिच इज आल्सो गिवन बाय रेवन कर्नल. Raven Connell also talks about this. So media also, we can say, gender stratification में मीडिया का भी काफी जो है एक रोल है. फिर मैं सेकंड शिफ्ट पे बात करना चाहूंगी, क्योंकि ये भी हमारा जेंडर बेस्ड स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन से रिलेटेड है. क्या है ये टर्म सेकंड शिफ्ट, इन विच, जैसे सेकंड सेक्स है तो हमें पता ही है कि इट इज गिवन बाय सिमोन डी ब्यूर फॉर विमेन ऑब्वियसली. सो सेकंड शिफ्ट की जहां बात करते हैं वो भी हमारे सेकंड सेक्स जो है फीमेल से ही रिलेटेड है. सेकंड शिफ्ट इज in which women take care of home after coming from work. They work more, ठीक है, like doing cooking, like doing laundry work, like doing child care and all that. And whereas men, when they come from home, when they come from work, they are more likely to spend their time in this thing, leisure, and after completion of the work. Okay. Then this is actually all related to our gender dynamics. अगर हम देखें all time working जो mothers हैं या all time working जो females हैं, they spend 9 more hours caring for their families than full time working dads. ठीक है, so all time working moms, they spend 9 more working hours caring for the families than their full time working dads. So this was about second shift and gender dynamics. So मैंने बताया आपको एम्फेसाइज फेमिनिटीज जो है उसका बहुत मेजर रोल है. मीडिया का काफी जो है रोल है रहा है जेंडर स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन के अंदर. और जैसा कि रिजल्ट्स ऑफ जेंडर बेस्ड स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन का मैं डिस्कस करने से पहले आई वुड आल्सो लाइक टू डिस्कस हियर द कंसेप्ट ऑफ glass ceiling. ठीक है, what is glass ceiling here? Glass ceiling is a kind of invisible barrier that stops women's advancement. It stops women's advancement to top levels of an organization. किसी भी organization, किसी भी संगठन के जो सर्वोच्च लेवल है, टॉप लेवल है, वहां उसको उसका एडवांसमेंट, उसका प्रमोशन जो है वो एक इस तरह का इनविजिबल बैरियर है जो उसको रोकता है वहां. ठीक है. एंड अगर हम देखें विमेन का अंडर, एक तरह से रिप्रेजेंटेशन की जब हम बात करें, अंडर रिप्रेजेंटेशन है जब वो लीडरशिप पोस्ट की बात करते हैं, हम लीडरशिप पोजीशंस की हम बात करते हैं, हमें लेस सीईओज देखने को मिलेंगे. पॉलिटिक्स में भी रिप्रेजेंटेशन बहुत नहीं देखने को मिलेगा. ठीक है. और हाई सैलरी नेगोशिएशंस में भी अगर हम बात करें विमेन की तो उसको नेगेटिवली देखा जाएगा, क्रिटिकली देखा जाएगा, अप्रिशिएट नहीं करा जाएगा. तो क्यों जो है मेन को हमेशा से ही इस तरह से इंजीनियरिंग एंड साइंस एंड कंप्यूटर साइंस जो है इन सारे सब्जेक्ट से एसोसिएट किया जाता है? ये है ही समाज का इस तरह से जेंडर बेस्ड स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन में. क्यों फीमेल्स के लिए पिंक कॉलर जॉब्स हैं, लाइक सर्वे केयर positions we can say, एजुकेशनलिस्ट की पोजीशन, हेल्थ केयर वर्कर, ठीक है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जॉब मिल सकता है. तो ये कुछ जो है ग्लास सीलिंग का भी मैंने आपको इसलिए डिस्कस किया. कुछ पिंक कॉलर जॉब्स ये सभी जो है अफेक्ट कर रहे हैं समहाउ हमारा इसको जेंडर बेस्ड स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन कंसेप्ट को. ठीक है. तो कुछ रिजल्ट्स जो हमें देखने को मिलते हैं जेंडर बेस्ड स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन के, वो क्या है? जैसे जेंडर वेज गैप. ठीक है, जेंडर वेज गैप है. ठीक है, हम एक सर्वे किया था 2016 में, that was by PEW Research Center. ठीक है, that white women they earn about 80 cents for every dollar that white men make. ठीक है, सो डिफरेंस हम यहाँ कह सकते हैं जेंडर वेज स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन का एक रिजल्ट तो हो गया जेंडर वेज गैप. दूसरा हो गया एजुकेशन पे इसका काफी इम्पैक्ट रहता है. हम जो करियर चॉइसेस जो हम करते हैं उस पे अफेक्ट होता है. ठीक है ना. एंड वर्किंग आवर्स हमें अफेक्ट करते हैं. पीपल अलोन आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर सच काइंड ऑफ जेंडर गैप्स. सोसाइटी हैज ट्रेमेंडस इन्फ्लुएंस ऑन आवर चॉइसेस. पीपल, है ना, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ चॉइसेस पीपल आर मेकिंग. ठीक है, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ पर्सन इज कंसिडर्ड फिट फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर जॉब. ये सारी चीजें जो है इस पे सोसाइटल इन्फ्लुएंस जो है ट्रेमेंडस रहा है. एंड साथ साथ मैं आपको बता भी चुकी हूँ जेंडर सोशलाइजेशन है, उसका भी एक बहुत बड़ा जो है इन्फ्लुएंस रहता है हमारे एजुकेशनल चॉइसेस पे और हर तरह से. ठीक है. एंड अगर हम देखें सेक्सिज्म की भी मैं थोड़ा सा बात करना चाहूंगी. और सेक्स और जेंडर का हम पहले ही बात कर चुके हैं. ट्रांसजेंडर की भी आपको सबको नॉलेज है ही, नो डाउट. उससे पहले एक मैं बताना आपको व्यू पॉइंट जो है भूल गई थी, और उनका नाम है रॉबिन फॉक्स का मैंने आपको बता दिया है. एक हार्टमैन करके हैं. हार्टमैन जो है कैपिटलिज्म और पेट्रियार्की जो है वो बहुत ही क्लोजली कनेक्टेड है. ठीक है. She does not believe interest of men as identified to capitalist. ठीक है. और फिर भी बट इनका जो है मेल आइडियाज जो है वो क्या है, वर्क एट होम, मतलब नहीं मैच करते हैं. हार्टमैन का एक व्यू पॉइंट ये है. और फ्रेडरिक एंजल्स का भी व्यू पॉइंट यहाँ पे हम डिस्कस करना चाहेंगे. फ्रेडरिक एंजल्स जो है, जो आप मार्क्स के साथ इन्होंने कई बुक्स लिखी हैं, मार्क्स के फ्रेंड रहे हैं. ठीक है. और ये काफी इनकी जो है थ्योरीज पब्लिश करी हैं इन्होंने. ठीक है. सो फ्रेडरिक एंजल्स भी ही वाज नॉट मेरली अ क्रिटिक ऑफ कैपिटलिज्म. ठीक है. वो बताते हैं कि पहले मैन वाज अ वॉन्डरर. ठीक है. primitive communism was primitive promiscuity was there. Yeah, everybody was free to establish sexual relationship with anybody. Okay, so women had higher positions than men, but as society धीरे धीरे developed, हुई forms of private property came, and then many changes also came. So men control over all these increased, putting gender equality on back burner, we can say, and believe that capitalistic society despite all the issues proceeded in opportunities for women to work and at the par with men, we can say, and gain some kind of social liking here. So this was about Frederick Engel's views. And Robin Fox also, as I said, he says that patriarchy is a logical system which is widespread and which is universal in nature. Then also we'll also talk here about gender budgeting. ठीक है. Gender budgeting का concept क्या है? It lays emphasis on gender equality. ठीक है. In India we see gender inequalities present in every sphere. हर aspect of life में हमें जो है gender inequalities देखने को मिलेंगे, and totally dependent rules for women. Ambedkar also, when we talk about B.R. Ambedkar, वो कहते हैं कि worst form of human existence in this country is lower caste women. उनका status भी low है, उनका class भी low है, उनका gender भी low है. ठीक है, but with development we can say many societies are giving high priority to gender in every, we can say, aspect of planning, also in every other aspect. So अब धीरे धीरे with development they are giving some kind of place. ठीक है, so right from law and order to budgeting and from household to parliament, everywhere now with development she is giving some kind of place. And religion की जब हम बात करते हैं तो religion को भी देखो कि religion में भी जो है कई thinkers हैं जो religion को patriarchy से associate करते हैं, and कि religion में भी ऐसे ही portray किया है. religion में आपको हमें देखने को मिलेगा as one of the factors related to patriarchy. उसमें for example Christianity, मेजर रिलीजन्स की जितने भी चीफ गॉड्स अगर हम देखें तो वो ज्यादातर मेल्स ही हमें देखने को मिलेंगे. ठीक है ना. एंड रेडिकल थिंकर्स दे ऑलवेज टॉक अबाउट इक्वालिटी. एंड रिलीजन में भी आप देखोगे कि फीमेल गॉडेस जो है कोई चीफ हमें नहीं देखने को मिलेगी. जितने भी रिलीजन्स की चीफ गॉड है ज्यादातर हमें मेल ही देखने को मिलेंगे. सो व्हेन जेंडर कंबाइंड विद अदर फॉर्म्स ऑफ प्रेजुडिसेस लाइक रेस, लाइक एथनिसिटी, पॉवर्टी, देन इट बिकम्स वर्स्ट फॉर्म्स ऑफ exploitation. So this was about religion, how it influences, and important steps to do away with the gender bias I've already discussed. And now I will be speaking on my minor research project work, and that is why am I discussing this? First of all, I would like to say this, girls. My project work is on this project work is sponsored by UGC. It was sponsored for the year 2015-16. It was sponsored by UGC, and this was on the life of Tibetan Buddhist nuns. They are known as Chomos, and they reside at a place called Zanskar Valley. You must have seen it in Discovery also. Various documentaries are made on this. So Chomos, Buddhist nuns of Zanskar, they're living the way of life, the total way of life, which is actually their culture. And Zanskar, where it is, this is the southern part of Kargil, we can say. So it is located in Kashmir Valley. And the famous trek, Chadar trek, आपने सुना भी होगा, क्योंकि वहाँ जो है proper roads नहीं constructed है, and frozen river जो है, they use that, these Buddhist nuns and these Buddhist lamas, they use that frozen river to go from one place to another. And it is, life there is full of hardships, how they are surviving, and what is the motive. सर्वाइवल के पीछे मोटिव क्या है? सर्वाइवल के पीछे मोटिव है इनका एनलाइटनमेंट तक पहुंचना. तो क्या अब हम इस फील्ड में देखने की कोशिश करते हैं कि क्या इस फील्ड में भी यहाँ पे जो एनलाइटनमेंट है, इतनी डिफिकल्ट कंडीशंस, जहाँ सर्वाइवल इतना डिफिकल्ट है, जहाँ 8 महीने रास्ते बंद रहते हैं, फ्रोजन रिवर पे ही चल के सारा काम करना होता है, जाना होता है, क्या यहाँ एनलाइटनमेंट इतना ईजी है? क्या उसमें भी कहीं कोई बैरियर है? तो बैरियर हमें यहाँ भी देखने को मिलेगा, जेंडर्ड मोनास्टिज्म, यानी इस मोनास्टिक फील्ड जो है उसमें भी जेंडर डिफरेंसेस देखने को मिलेंगे. ठीक है. सो आई हैव वर्कड विद ऑल दीज, आई मीन आई हैव स्टेड देयर फॉर अ वीक एंड लॉन्ग, एंड आई हैव, देयर वर अराउंड, आप देख सकते हैं यंग एज नन्स भी देखने को आपको मिलेंगी बहुत, जिनको चोमोस बोलते हैं. और सही और 85 ईयर ओल्ड भी आपको जो है वहाँ पे नन्स देखने को मिलेंगी. एंड इनके लिए कहा जाता है, they may shave their heads, they may wear maroon robes, they may renounce worldly desires, but the women seeking enlightenment in a Buddhist nunnery in a remote Zanskar Valley. This is a very remote place. It's in, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, कश्मीर में है, और रिमोटेस्ट कॉर्नर ऑफ इंडिया कहा जाता है ज़ंस्कार वैली को. ठीक है. सो but the women seeking enlightenment in a Buddhist nunnery in remote Zanskar Valley in the folds of Himalayan Kashmir inevitably find themselves subject to tyrannies of subsistence and subordination. यहाँ पे भी जो है लामास का domination है. Monasticism reflects the very world it was supposed to renounce, living there for around a week among a group of Chomos, Buddhist nuns in the Indian Himalayas. Here too we can say gender hierarchy is depicted, where lamas direct and chomos serves. की जो directions देने हैं, guide करना है, order देना है, that is the work of lamas, and chomos, these nuns, have to serve them. They are rarely taught तांत्रिक राइट्स आई हैव रिटन, देयर इज अ स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक या, तो तांत्रिक राइट्स जो है इनकी, मंडाला मेकिंग है, सीक्रेट डांसेस है, प्यूरिफिकेशन राइट्स है, वो सब इनको जो है नहीं सिखाया जाता. दैट इज रिजर्व्ड एक्चुअली फॉर लामास, मॉन्क्स. ठीक है, nuns are seated with lay women, below monks they are seated. और ये इनका जो है ट्रेडिशनल सीटिंग सिस्टम है, hierarchical order है सिटिंग का. ठीक है, so they are sitting below monks, always nuns, and with laymen also. So there is a Tibetan proverb also, to be a woman is to suffer. They also believe that women are 7 lifetimes behind men. इतने 7 जन्म पीछे है men से. So although Buddha admitted that women can gain enlightenment, बट उनके जो फॉलोअर्स हैं, कि बुद्धा का तो व्यू था कि विमेन एनलाइटमेंट पास, बट उनके जो फॉलोअर्स हैं, दे हैव एक्चुअली परपेचुएटेड एन एंडलेस रूल्स ऑफ स्ट्रैटिफिकेशंस विद इन द मोनास्टिक ऑर्डर आल्सो आर एक्सिस्टिंग. So lamas rose as nuns fell in the social ranking, in this social hierarchy. And lastly, I would like to say here that it is also believed that these nuns cannot gain wisdom. They cannot get enlightenment. Why? Due to their impure bodies. So this was the conclusion of my MRP, my minor research project, and I would like to conclude my session with this poetry describing the life of Chomos. And who are Chomos? These are Buddhist nuns living in the remote Zanskar Valley. And they say, this poetry is written by one of the Buddhist nun only there. And she says, I am a woman, I have very little power to resist danger. Because of my inferior birth, everyone attacks me. If I go as a beggar, dog attacks me. If I do a great deal, locals attack me. If I do nothing, gossips attack me. So whatever I do, I have no chance for happiness, we can say. Because I am a woman, it is hard to follow dharma, and it is hard to even stay alive. And now I would like you to ask anything you would like to ask. Questions are
to say is that nowadays, if you see, since everybody is idle, and there was a period in between that there was no sense of division of labor in a certain sense. So the men of the house kind of started doing the household work, which was glorified in a certain way.
Yes. I know that. So there. So do you think this is a change of gender roles?
I don't think so, ma'am. My question exactly was that do you think this as like a breaking point for the patriarchy or not?
Sure. These are recent trends in gender roles, I can say that. And from here only we can start, no doubt. This is the starting somehow. जब भी चेंज आता है ना बेटा सोसाइटी में, सोशल चेंज स्टार्ट्स ऑलवेज विद द रीसेंट ट्रेंड्स ओनली. ट्रेंड्स आते हैं धीरे धीरे फिर वो जो है चेंज में बदल जाते हैं ना. So these are the coming trends, and I'm sure one day they will be making some kind of change in gender roles.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes.
First of all, thank you very much for the enlightening session. Ma'am, I wanted to talk about Marxist feminism because I may be wrong, but Marx himself never gave much significance to women, and he only talked about women when he said that their reproductive activity helps in increasing the labor. So that's why, ma'am, I want to talk about what is exactly Marxist feminism, and Marx himself did not consider women significant.
हाँ, अगर अब देखो मार्क्सिस्ट फेमिनिज्म को हम सोशलिस्ट फेमिनिज्म भी मैंने आपको बताया था जैसे, और ये मार्क्स एंजल मॉडल पे चलता है, ठीक है ना. सो इट एक्चुअली दिस मॉडल इट्स लिंकिंग व्हाट इंफीरियर पोजीशन ऑफ वुमेन टू क्लास बेस्ड कैपिटलिज्म. ठीक है, और इसका कनेक्शन किससे? पेट्रियार्कल फैमिली, कहाँ पे? कैपिटलिस्टिक सोसाइटीज में. और ये भी बताया है कि वो ये भी कहते हैं कि सेक्सिज्म और कैपिटलिज्म जो है आपस में एक दूसरे को सपोर्ट करते हैं, एनकरेज करते हैं. ठीक है, और यहाँ हम ये कह सकते हैं कि काफी मार्क्सिस्ट फेमिनिस्ट थे, both men and women we can say. They also believe that economic और emotional dependence भी साथ साथ ही चलती है. ठीक है, and fearful of the loss of the economic security. एक husband की power over his wife is absolute. यहाँ पे मैं नहीं कह रही हूँ, मार्क्स वाली ही बातें हम कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे. और मार्क्स ने देखा जाए तो सोशलिस्ट फेमिनिज्म जो वाले लोग जो हैं, या मार्क्सिस्ट फेमिनिज्म लोग जो है बात कर रहे हैं स्कॉलर्स, दे अपील टू वर्किंग क्लास विमेन. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? आपका यहाँ पे इधर आंसर आता है, दे अपील टू वर्किंग क्लास विमेन एंड दोज हु फील disenfranchised from the presumed economic opportunities in the particular system. Getting my point? So यहाँ पे जो हम कहेंगे कि मार्क्सिस्ट थ्योरी जो है, नो डाउट फोकस करती है प्रॉपर्टी पे, इकोनॉमिक कंडीशंस पे, ठीक है, टू बिल्ड एन आइडियोलॉजी जैसे सोशल फेमिनिज्म है, इट फोकसेस ऑन सेक्सुअलिटी एंड जेंडर। तो मार्क्सिस्ट थ्योरी जो हमारी है, इट फोकसेस ऑन प्रॉपर्टी, इकोनॉमिक कंडीशंस।
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can I ask one question?
Yes, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, you talked about a feminist, Shulamit Firestone. If I'm not, please ignore if I'm wrong in the pronunciation. Yeah. So, ma'am, I'm just curious to know, like, what was her main aim? Like, she identified women's childbearing as barbaric. Why was it so? Like, can you elucidate more on that?
Sure, very good question. And बेटा, as you can see on the screen also, कि वो ऐसा, उनका ऐसा मानना था कि women का ये चाइल्ड बेयरिंग रोल है ना, जो सोसाइटी ने डिसाइड किया है और जो एक्चुअली नेचर से भी डिसाइडेड हुआ है हमारा, ठीक है, ये भी एक तरीका, ये भी एक माध्यम है, ये भी एक सोर्स है जिससे फीमेल जो है वो वीक जो है हम उसको रिगार्ड कर सकते हैं। फीमेल जो है ऑप्रेस हो रही है, वो जितने भी पेनफुल एक्सपीरियंसेस बेयर करती है ड्यूरिंग हर प्रेगनेंसी पीरियड, उन सब से उसका जो है हम एक तरह से कह सकते हैं एक्सप्लॉयटेशन, उसका ऑपरेशन जो है इंक्रीज होता है। सो शी वाज ऑफ द व्यू कि ये जो बायोलॉजिकल रिप्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस है उसको क्यों ना एक्टोजेनेसिस से रिप्लेस किया जाए, ठीक है, कि ये जो है आर्टिफिशियल वूम का कंसेप्ट आ जाए। वो जो है विमेन जो है चाइल्ड बेयरिंग डिफिकल्ट, पेनफुल चाइल्ड बेयरिंग एक्सपीरियंस जो है उससे वो नहीं पास हो। तो इसीलिए जो है उन्होंने इसको काफी अपोज किया, प्रेगनेंसी के वो अपोजिशन उसमें थी, अगेंस्ट थी। तो दिस वाज अबाउट Shulamit Firestone.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Like you were telling about the Khasi tribe. Okay, so you were telling that it's called a matrilineal tribe, but in that the decisions are made by the mother's brother. So why is it called matrilineal if it is actually not?
First of all, I would like to ask you, beta, what is matriarchal and what is matrilineal? Do you think there is any difference?
Yes, ma'am.
क्या है difference, बताओ?
Matriarchal is like when like the woman of the family takes the decisions and everything, and the matrilineal is the inheritance, like basically the property will pass on like within the females.
So matriarchal we can say where the head of the family is a male, ठीक है। matrilineal में क्या है, lineage में क्या हो रहा है, their names are carried, do you think, do you agree with me कि नेम जो है वो कैरी हो जाएगा, कैरी फॉरवर्ड, जैसे लाइक मदर का नेम है तो वो कैरी फॉरवर्ड होगा हमें मेट्रीलिनियल सोसाइटीज में। तो वही चीज इसमें यहाँ पे यही बताई कि नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न ट्राइब में जो खासीज में जो मैंने भी पढ़ा है कि और सारी चीजों में इवन नेम जो है वो भी मदर का चलेगा। बट हम यहाँ देखेंगे कि जो कई स्पेयर्स हैं, कई एरियाज हैं जहाँ पे आज भी ब्रदर जो है, अब वो नहीं होंगे, हस्बैंड नहीं होंगे, बट ब्रदर जो है वो डिसीजन मेकिंग में उनके पास पार होगी।
Ma'am, we have one more question in the chat box. Okay, sure. So from the second year is asking that, ma'am, could you please throw light on the changing notion of sex and gender as we saw in the initial slides, because there has been a change in its defining features.
रिजल्ट्स में नंबर 1 आता है जेंडर वेज गैप। एक 2016 में एक सर्वे हुआ था PEW रिसर्च सेंटर का, ठीक है, और उसमें ये बताया था कि विमेन जो है वो अर्न कर रहे हैं, दे आर अर्निंग अबाउट मतलब लेस अर्न कर रहे हैं वो मेन से, ठीक है ना। एक तो ये हम जेंडर वेज गैप यहाँ पे कह सकते हैं, दे आर पेड लेस आल्सो फीमेल्स, ठीक है। और हम एजुकेशन में देखें तो फीमेल जो है एजुकेशन में भी मार्क करती हैं, तभी तो ये योजना और ये प्रोग्राम्स एंड पॉलिसीज दे काम टू एनकरेज विमेन एजुकेशन, ठीक है। करियर चॉइसेस जो है वो भी हमारी जो है काफी इफेक्ट होती है जेंडर बेस्ड स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन से, हमारे वर्किंग आवर्स जो है वो जो है इफेक्ट होते हैं। सो ओवरऑल वी कैन से इन जेंडर बेस्ड गैप्स के लिए people alone are responsible, society alone is responsible. Why? Because society has tremendous influence on what choices we people are making each and every day, ठीक है। और इसके पीछे क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, ये जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी और जेंडर स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन के पीछे क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, हमारा जेंडर बेस्ड सोशलाइजेशन। शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई है एक्चुअली, यहाँ से हुई है, जो जेंडर लर्निंग जो है हमने इनकलकेट किया है चाइल्डहुड से ही, तो वहां से ये शुरुआत हुई है इस जेंडर बेस्ड स्ट्रैटिफिकेशन की, एंड तभी हमें जो है इसके रिजल्ट्स भी देखने को मिलते हैं। और इसीलिए मैं कंक्लूड करना चाहूंगी कि लास्ट में आप देख सकते हैं इसकी लास्ट लाइन कि ये जेंडर सोशलाइजेशन जो है यही काफी अपसेटिंग है। हमें जो सीख जो हमें मिल रही है बचपन से ही, यही काफी अपसेटिंग है। और जैसे ही वंस दिस जेंडर इज असाइन टू सोसाइटी, सोसाइटी हमें हमसे अपने आप एक्सपेक्ट करने लग जाती है, ठीक है, कि इंडिविजुअल्स दे हैव टू एक्ट लाइक फीमेल्स, इफ अ मेल इज देयर ही हैज टू एक्ट लाइक मेल, ठीक है। और ये एवरीडे लाइफ में जो है हम प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, धीरे धीरे ये जो सोसाइटी की जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस है वो धीरे धीरे फुलफिल होती है हमारी एवरीडे लाइफ प्रैक्टिस।
As we come to the end of the event, can I please request all of you to switch on your cameras so that we can take a picture? I would like to take this opportunity to thank some people. Firstly, starting with principals of both the colleges, Dr. Kalpana Bhakuni ma'am and Dr. Sister Pearl ma'am, for giving us this opportunity. I would also like to thank our teacher in charge, Dr. Archana ma'am, for helping us throughout. This initiative provided the students a vast knowledge and gave a vivid comprehension on the subject of gender and stratification. I would like to thank Dr. Ritu ma'am on behalf of all the students for taking this initiative, and Gitika ma'am for enlightening us with today's lecture. A big thank you to our association teacher in charge, Sharmishta ma'am, along with all other association members for working so relentlessly hard to make this event a successful one. Thank you to all the students present here. I'm sure it was a very knowledgeable session for each one of us. Thank you so much for joining. Stay safe and take care. Good afternoon all.